If you want to create a multitude of outfits with your wardrobe, starting with a great base is so important. So, in today's episode, we're breaking down what a great base looks like and how it can help you maximize your wardrobe and work with the pieces that you already have. Now, a great base doesn't mean just basics. It should reflect your personal style. And this is where your style words are just so important because you want those pieces to align with your style words. Now, great bases include pieces like layers, they can be pieces that are basics. But basics that complement each other, whether it be color or style. You also may want to go for neutral pieces for your base and pieces that just mix and match seamlessly. So when you think about your base, think of it as a blank canvas and you are just adding on those brush strokes to the outfit to complete the outfit and the piece of artwork that you're creating. And now some examples of bases can be things like basic tops, knitwear, a camisole or a layering tank, some quality plain t-shirts. Now when it comes to bottoms, they may be trousers, jeans, a classic midi skirt, and for outwear, you may consider a blazer, a trench coat or a coat depending on what you prefer to wear, and a denim jacket or a leather jacket. And for dresses, depending on your style and your lifestyle, either a slip dress or a neutral dress that you can dress up or down. And for footwear, it could be something like a sneaker or a boot or a flat, depending on, again, your lifestyle. And other accessories that you may want to add to your base outfit, it could be a classic belt, a structured or slouchy everyday bag, and some jewelry that's aligned to your personal style. So these are all great base pieces, and then you can just keep adding and layering on top to express your personal style. So it's really important to also have those pieces in your wardrobe that are quite expressive, whether it be a bold color or a pattern or something that you feel expresses your personal style that you can add to these base outfits. Now, as with capsule wardrobe lists and just the list that I mentioned before in terms of examples of base pieces, you really need to find those pieces that align with your lifestyle and align with your personal style. So sometimes when we go off certain lists, we can purchase things that may not actually fit in with our lifestyle. So just consider that when you're working through building your base. The great thing about having these bases in your wardrobe is that it really eliminates that decision fatigue when it comes to getting dressed. We all have busy lives, and the last thing that we want to do is break out into a sweat, which I used to do in my wardrobe every morning, figuring out what to wear. So these bases make it really easy to make those decisions when it comes to getting dressed every morning. It also allows your statement pieces to shine. So, if you do have a statement shoe or a statement bag, when you have your base outfit, it really allows that piece to be a focal point. It also saves you money because you're not constantly purchasing things or purchasing things just to create an outfit. How many times have we bought a top that only went with a particular pant and that was the only outfit combination that we could create with that? The great thing about a base is that you're able to mix and match seamlessly with your wardrobe and therefore create a multitude of looks. And finally, it gives you confidence because not only does it give you confidence in styling because it allows you to really flex that muscle and try different things, but because it gets rid of that decision fatigue and you feel like you can effortlessly put outfits together, it allows you to feel more confident with your style as well. Now, some common mistakes that I see when it comes to building bases is purchasing those pieces that don't quite mix and match with others. So, when you think about your wardrobe, think about those pieces that are going to allow cohesion with your wardrobe. So, I always ask myself and I ask my clients to ask themselves too whether that piece actually matches with at least three pieces in their existing wardrobe. Now, this makes it easier to then integrate that piece into your wardrobe. Also, skipping quality in favor of quantity. Sometimes, if you have too many pieces in your wardrobe, that also adds to the overwhelm of getting dressed. So, You can be a bit more mindful with this process and take it slow when it comes to adding those base pieces into your wardrobe. And pick those pieces that you know have longevity and you know you can rewear over and over again. So, quality here is really important. So, whether it is natural fibers or fit or something that you know that it is an investment now, but you will be wearing it for many years to come, it's definitely worth waiting and finding the perfect one. You also want to make sure that you don't overload your wardrobe with too many basics because then you'll end up with a wardrobe full of basics, and that's not what we want either. So, having just a few of those basics and making sure that those base pieces align with your personal style is so important. So I challenge you to go into your own wardrobe and think about those bases that you can create right now. You may find that you already have quite a few base outfits that could be your go to. And it's all about layering on top of those basics to create those outfits. A great example is a t shirt and some trousers. Now, if you have a pair of shoes that are more of a statement piece, you can add this to this look. You can layer with a belt and a denim jacket on top. So, already that base of a t shirt and trousers has formed into an outfit. And you can swap out things like swap out a blazer, you can add a classic belt, maybe some heels, and this has transformed into a work outfit. So you can see how these bases are just so powerful to maximize your wardrobe. So have a bit of fun with this and have a look in your wardrobe and see how many bases that you can create with what you already have. I hope this episode has been helpful and inspired you to go into your own wardrobe and start creating some outfits. I hope you have a beautiful day and I look forward to catching you next week. Bye.